Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's Nugget. Today, we're going to be talking about Microsoft Word and tables, particularly what happens when your table goes across more than one page. We don't want it to break funny in the middle of a row, so we're going to be able to control that and say never break the row across a page. We're also going to be talking about how to make the header of the table repeat to the top of the page so that you know what's happening within that table. So let's get started. So what we've got here is about a 14-page document, and you'll see when I scroll down that it usually is doing pretty good. I've got a bunch of schools here and some information about each of them. And as I scroll down, things are looking good. It's all fitting well until I get to about page 4. When I get down here, you can see that there's a problem. So I've got Fulton Place, I've got half of the information on the bottom of page 4 and the other little bit on the top of page 5. So I don't really like that idea. Putting page breaks in tables are usually a bad idea. If I scroll down even more, I can see that I've got more issues as I go along. Here's another one on page 6. I don't like that. And of course, if I fix one, I might be messing something up down below further. Here's another one on page 8. So what I want to do is I want to do a command that will say never break the row across the page. If Mount Pleasant, that whole thing doesn't fit at the bottom of this page, then move the whole thing to the top of the next page. Then you never have to worry about it. So I'm going to go Control Home to get to the top. And when I'm clicked in my table, I see this on the top left-hand corner. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Top left-hand corner of my table, I see those 4 little arrows. And when I click there, it means I've got the whole table selected. Then I'm going to go up to the top and I see Table Design and Layout. I'm going to click on Layout, make sure it's the one on the right-hand side because I've also got one way over here on the left. I'm going to click on Layout and it gives me Properties. Now you can get into that other ways, but I'm just going to use this toolbar because we're going to be using it here in a minute anyway. So I'm going to click on Properties and I've got so many things in here. I can do things with tables and rows and columns, etc. I'm going to go straight to Row. And look what we've got right here. Allow row to break across pages. It's saying, yes, allow the row to break across. And I'm going to say, no, don't allow the row to break across the pages. And I'm going to click OK. Now, when I click OK, it doesn't look like much happened. But as I scroll down to page 4, remember that we had a problem at the bottom of page 4? There's a little bit more room at the bottom of page 4. However, Fulton Place moves entirely to the next page. And then I don't even remember, I think it was on page 6 there was a problem. There are no problems anywhere now. The whole thing will never break across pages again. The rows will always stay together. So when you're doing your rows, make sure that you're just pressing enter to get to the next line. You're not doing something like, hey, the name of the school is in the first row and then maybe the address is in the second row. No. Keep it all together in one row. It also makes it easier when you go to delete or insert or something as well. So now we've got it. It looks very nice. That will help a lot. Now, one thing that I'm noticing is that at the top of every page, there's no headers. So sometimes it's pretty easy to figure out, hey, what does this number here represent? Well, it's a phone number. But sometimes in your tables, it's not as easy to figure that out. So I'm going to go back up to the top. This is the row I would like to repeat at the top. So I select that row and you'll notice I went way over to the left-hand side to select it. And up at the top, we have Layout again. And way over on the right-hand side, it says Repeat Header Rows. One click of that, and that is what it takes to get that to repeat at the top of every page. I can't click on it to edit it like, oh, instead of postal code, I want to say PC or something. I can't get at it. I have to go to the top. or if I wanted to center it or whatnot. But it just allows me to have that at the top. And I don't have to worry about the row breaking because I turned that command on already. So even though I'm now allowing 2 extra lines on every page, it still is going to be smart with how it moves each row to the next page. So I hope those little tips help you. Love tables. We cover more about tables in our Microsoft Word Beyond the Basics class, and I offer that in a live or in a recorded format. So please get a hold of us if you would like more information on that. For now, have fun with all these tips and look forward to your next golden nugget next week.